All right, we got something new today on 3-Minute Takeaway. It's not just me today. I got my friend Nate here. Nate, thanks for joining us on 3-Minute Takeaway. I didn't tell him what we were going to do. I just said we're going to have a cup of coffee. He doesn't know we're about to draw a topic out of here and speak for 3 minutes on it. I gave him a little bit of heads up. But this will be the first time that I have someone else talking for 3 minutes. So I've got our timer just to give you a little bit about Nate as he's led in the for-profit world, right? You were a leader in the for-profit world in the business space, and now you're a leader in the nonprofit world.
That's it.
In the business space. So his take on this should be really good. Why don't you pull one out of there?
It's longer than I realized. The first step to developing others, listen better.
Ooh, okay. So the first step to developing others, to listen better. You got some thoughts around that?
I do. Do you want like a story, or you just want some
It's up
lessons?
to you. It's your 3 minutes. However you want to use it. I'll start the timer. Ready? Go.
Yeah, listening better. I'm actually reading a book right now called Never Split the Difference. I'm sure you've read it.
Chris Voss.
It's an incredible book.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely amazing. And I love how he talks about how the key to any negotiation, to any conversation, is really active listening.
Yes, it is.
And how that really is the step to developing others. You can't really form anyone, develop anyone, influence anyone unless you're listening to their heart. I remember when I was getting ready to start leading in the for-profit world that Reese had mentioned about, really was at Chick-fil-A. I was helping run a Chick-fil-A right outside of New York City. And a friend of my operators met with me for an hour to kind of help prepare me for this new challenge that we were going to take on. And I asked him just, what is the best way that I could help, stepping into this new role? What's the best thing that I could do? And he said, the best thing that you can do is to serve your operator. Just serve him as hard as you can, because as you help someone achieve their goals, in turn, you're going to grow and others are going to come around you and help you achieve your goals. So the number one thing that you can do is actually help serve him. And so what I began to do is listen to my operator. If I'm going to help serve him, I need to know where his heart is, what his vision is, what he desires, what he wants to do. And so I would ask him this question on a regular basis: John, what is one thing that you would want differently about your restaurant? Or what is one thing that you would want to change about the restaurant? And whatever his answer was, that became my goal. And I'm going to do everything I can to impact that, to influence that, because I knew I would simultaneously be serving him and helping him achieve his goal, and it's going to stretch me and help me grow in my own leadership. But I totally agree. You got to listen to others in order to help influence or develop other people. I think that is definitely key.
I don't know how much talking I'm supposed to do, but in fact, it's the first time we're doing this, so I can do some talking. So Chris Voss, Negotiation, which is a great book. If you have any trouble with that, you definitely should read that. But just like with your operator, you've got to listen to understand, not listen to respond. So you wanted to know what was really important in his business that he wanted to see change. And when you understood that, you could take action on it.
Yeah. 7 Habits of Highly Effective Leaders. There's a quote in there that has changed my life where he said, seek first to understand, then to be understood. And that's all about listening. Seek first to understand, listen to what the other person is saying, then worry about them understanding your position after the fact. You can handle it on the back side of the conversation. But so many times we lead with, we want people to understand our position, or if you're the boss, you're trying to get your team to understand your position. But instead, if you take the humble approach to seek first to understand, then to be understood, it's an incredible leadership quality to help influence people, because ultimately that's what leadership is influencing others. So
that's right. And it's a good step in building that trust.
Yeah.
You got to build that trust with them before you can influence them. And you do that by listening. Well, that was a quick 3 minutes. Thanks, Nate. We really do appreciate your leadership insights, and we'll do this again.